Today is super exciting. We're going to continue talking about LAPIZ lazuli, and today we're going to go through some much bigger roughs than we've seen before. So let's see, why don't we start with this? Well, first of all, I will show you this. I had some funny stragglers in here. This is a sci-fi jasper. It's a porcelain jasper, full of gorgeous patterns. I don't know how this snuck into this batch of rock here, but might as well show you. There was another one. It's a huge block amethyst. And that was exciting to find in there, yes. All right, okay, we're talking about LAPIZ, so let me get focused. And first thing we're gonna look at is another little guy, very denim, very oddly shaped, but I think, look at how flat the plane is right here, and look at how flat the plane is right here. It parallels. So really it's just layer after layer after layer, moving down the entire rough. And this one again, this one's informing us how it's directed or it's oriented. That's wonderful. This one I did photograph for a book because it has such an incredibly giant pyrite vein running right through it. And it made a heck of a photograph. I don't know at this point if I'm going to use it before I publish. I don't even really know. Like I said, I can make no promises about anything, the way things have gone, and with life in general and the whole general situation, but whatever. Look at this color. It is so teal. It's teal LAPIZ. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to show you is not a LAPIZ at all. This is, I'm showing you this to distinguish it from LAPIZ. This is called a dumortierite. And probably the biggest distinction I can give this, because it has a nickname, which is the poor man's LAPIZ. And I mean, in and of itself, it's a beautiful, incredible material. But since I focus and specialize on LAPIZ, I didn't want much of this in my collection at all. So I only kept one to teach myself what it's all about. And there is a photograph in somewhere out there that I took a macro shot of a dumortierite in quartz, and it's got to be one of the most incredible things that I've ever seen. So moving back into actual LAPIZ, we've got a big rough here, and there's even a pattern on this one. Again, from the Sar-e Seng mine. The quality is terrific, and the pyrite is very evenly distributed through here. This piece is probably for an expert cutter. Also, LAPIZ is about a 5 on the Mohs hardness scale too, so it works easily. Okay, these are big, so let me move on to this one. Ow, here's the backside, and you'll immediately notice the giant amount of pyrite all over here. And the calcite is really nicely interspersed. This is so pretty right here. Lovely. Okay, and now we'll take a look at the good stuff, the real heart of the matter, which is the blue. Look at how solid and heavy and deep these pyrite veins are. Oh. Okay, I'm hoping that was a really good look at that. Everything that I've shown you up until right now has been from Afghanistan. This, however, is a Russian lapis. And it is similar in most ways. However, there is less pyrite, but the pyrite has a most interesting feature that I will show you in the studio. Which is that when you find pyrite in this material, a lot of times it will actually be in the form of a little pyrite cube. And if you're familiar with pyrite, you will know how it grows. It grows into almost perfect little square-sided cubes. And here and there you can find it in this material. So that's what we'll look for later. But this is half of a third. Well, no, I've just blown the story. Let me try it again. So I fought very hard in auction to obtain this piece. And it's at least 15 pounds. So I ended up winning. And a couple of months probably later, or sometime where I didn't connect the two, did I, oh boy, acquire this piece. And this one's about twice as big as the other one. So I put them somewhere where I could see them for a while. And then I started to notice that it almost looks like an MRI. And wherever you have these large calcite veins, you have the match in the other one. So they originally were the same boulder. It was a 30-pound boulder. I acquired them separately and had no idea that they were a mated pair per se. So that was really fun and exciting for me to realize that. How about this color right here? I hope that comes through because it's incredible. So deep. Okay, I'll try to do a comparison of both the faces so that you can see what I'm talking about. Probably if you were to rewind the video back a little bit, you would see the match. If your eye is really, really good and finely tuned. Okay, now here is the second of the last one. Hold on now. Let me get this straight. So the last two you saw were from, I think, Baikal Lake in Russia. Now we're back to Afghanistan. And we have the very beautiful mimeograph blues here. Really deep purple. Pyrite everywhere. A lot of available layering for cabbing. And let's see, I wonder if you can see this little analogous color scheme part of it right there. Okay, so there is one last thing. This guy, the color is so exceptional on this one that I wanted to include it in this video. Just as it came out of the mine. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for joining me. That was an ultimate pleasure.